Alright, what's cracking, guys? What's going on? What's good? It's Palmer's Bueno. It's Making You Think here, and as obviously, we are going to be playing the Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops mission Hit and Run. Not Halo 4 today. I mean, I've been playing Halo 4 and stuff, but the only reason why I'm going to make this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 video is because, I need to make it, for my own amusement and to get my state of opinions out there. So, this isn't gonna be really a generic, like, what do you call it? I'm sorry, I was in a loss for words right there. But this isn't gonna be like a generic final thoughts thing or something. I actually have some like points that I've seen all these other commentators. They haven't even brung them up yet. So like, yeah, we're basically gonna be talking about how I thought of Modern Warfare 3. Before. Yeah, look, I failed. I was just like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, because I'm just like fooling around. I'm not really trying too hard on this one. But I mean, Modern Warfare 3 does have its whack moments. But, we'll get into the whole talk of the game right now. And as if you didn't tell already, I am sick, I have a sore throat, I have a cold, I have a little bit of a headache. But, I mean, hey, I'm still going to keep the flow of videos coming in. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. If I had to rate it, if I had to rate this game out of 10, I'd say I give it like a 8.8, 8.9. If you estimate it, that goes to like a 9.0. But I say like 8.9. I really had a lot of fun with this game. I was excited for it when they announced it because it's another Modern Warfare, and I love the Modern Warfare 2. So like I was excited for it. And then the game comes out, right, November 8th. And then multiplayer is what I was looking forward to in the campaign and I was looking forward to everything in the game, basically, you know, and like because if you think about it, it was continuing the success of Modern Warfare 2, and I was really excited to see the outcome of all that stuff. So we'll start off with the multiplayer. Get this over with. The multiplayer was meh. I'll be honest. The multiplayer was meh. Like I would have to give it like a low 8 out of 10, because like I would have my really good times on it. Don't get me wrong, but here's the thing about Modern Warfare 3. This, everybody agrees with this also. Even I've seen some other commentators talk about it. This was the worst Call of Duty with the worst like multiplayer spawns. Now, Modern Warfare 3 wasn't the worst Call of Duty, but it had like the worst spawns ever in multiplayer. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like you would constantly die and everything, and some of the shotguns were too weak. I mean, you could get damage and stuff, but honestly, I mean that's another thing that contributes. Another thing that was a flaw of this game: the multiplayer map design. Literally, all the multiplayer maps had lots of kill spots. There are not long, narrow hallways or paths to where you can always get bombed or shot or something dumb, and like it basically feels like you're gonna be forced to use assault rifles and stuff like that. And you know I don't know, like I'm like a person that likes to use like a variety of guns, but hey, I guess they were being sloppy on this game. Honestly, if it was still the old Infinity Ward people before they got fired and left, honestly this probably would have been a lot better. The campaign, I really like the campaign a lot. It's exciting. I love seeing the continuing story of Captain Price and Soap and all that. So I really like the campaign, except I think it could have been a little bit better, and honestly, the ending should have been a little bit more satisfying. But, I mean, besides all that, it's, it's really good. I really like the campaign. The multiplayer, as I was saying, I'm going to talk about the pros now. Now, the pros. It was fun. It was fun to fool around on. You could just like do whatever, since the private match settings were a little bit more advanced. It made the game a little bit more fun, and that made me really happy to see that. And as long as you have friends who play the game, then it's gonna be fun. And another thing too I really liked about the multiplayer was the new guns. Like I really do like the new guns in the multiplayer. Like I like the PP90. I like the the G36C, how it came back. I like everything about it, and I really like the guns. I think they recycled a lot of guns. Like they used them like all over and over again. It was just like yeah, whatever. Well, oh yeah, now we're gonna be playing multiplayer. So yeah, and I'm sorry if I sound sloppy, but I'm just sick and I'm not feeling good. But I'm just gonna keep it going. Just bear with me, please. This will be the one and only time I kind of sound sloppy on a video. But back to what I was saying about the multiplayer. Private match was fun in this one, except the only thing about Modern Warfare 3 I didn't like either was no more marathon. Like, honestly, I didn't see anything wrong with marathon. I don't think anybody else saw anything wrong with marathon. Now it's extreme conditioning, kind of the same thing, but it's not the same thing when you look at it. I mean, I wish that they should have just done what Black Ops did. Like, the non-pro version, you sprint longer, but then when you get a pro, you get to run forever. I think that's what they should have done, but honestly, I don't see anything wrong. And then Black Ops 2 has extreme conditioning. I don't think you're going to be able to run forever since there's no pro version of perks anymore. Now, I mean, I kind of wish I had marathon says extreme conditioning. I really like the gun leveling, the gun ranking. I was really happy when they announced it because I was happy that I wouldn't have to like get headshots to get camouflage and stuff. Because Modern Warfare 2, dude, I only had like a couple guns that have like Blue Tiger. I only had like one gun. I only have like two guns that have Red Tiger, like the ACR and the UMP. And extended mags is always hard to get. You had to get FMJ kills stuff. But Modern Warfare 3, they made it a lot easier, and that's what I really liked about it too. I was really curious to rank up all these guns. Really anxious to, do all that stuff. And another thing about Modern Warfare 3, if I had to say there's one really bad map in the multiplayer, I'd have to say Dome. I'm sorry, but I do not like Dome. I mean, that map was just so bad. Literally, the spawn killing was horrible on that. You literally couldn't really do that well on that map. It was like unfair advantages, and it was whack. And the holographic sites, they're meh. They're meh. I like them better in Modern Warfare 2 because they were like smaller and they were more accurate. They looked a little bit more like holographic sights. I mean, they were fat in this one, and like the way the recoil was kind of didn't make them worth it. But I just don't want to talk about the bad parts of the game. I want to talk about the good parts too. I mean, I have fun. I like the support class and stuff, and I like the special. I think the specialist was my favorite. Like one of my favorite things they added in the game. I mean, I liked how you could just have more than 3 perks. I mean, it was just such a good feeling when you got all the specialist perks. Like when you got all the bonuses achieved. Like it was just such a good feeling. I was like, yes. And then the new guns. New guns are pretty good, and I like them. Except some of them were weak. Like the PKP, I always tried to use it. I was like, this gun looks good, but then I use it, and I'm like, dude, what? Like, can't get any kills with this gun. What the heck? But multiplayer was. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd have to give it an 8. Now, the Spec Ops. Spec Ops is a fun experience, just like Modern Warfare 2. I think the missions kind of downgraded it. That they kind of downgraded a little bit, just a little bit, cause like, if you think about it, a lot of the missions are like, shoot, deactivate the bomb, get out of there. Like it was always like that. There are only 2 stealth missions, and stealth missions I really like. There is at least like 3 or 4 Modern Warfare 2's Spec Ops, and like yeah, like the Juggernauts. I mean, they're not even that big of a challenge anymore. Like Modern Warfare 2, they're a big threat and stuff. You're always like, oh crap. But then, since Modern Warfare 3 now, they're like weak. Like you can kill them with any gun easily. Like Modern Warfare 2, you had to have the Brad or the Desert Eagle, some type of 50 caliber weapon. But yeah, and like it was fun overall. Proved you a challenge, and it's always fun if you play it with a friend, of course. So overall, I really did like it. I had to give Spec Ops like a 9 out of 10. But the survival mode. Survival mode was something fun to do if you got bored on the game, which is usually what I would do if I got bored on a game. Like I would just try to get far. I would just buy these guns and experiment. That's what I did with survival mode. It was really fun. I play it with friends sometimes. I didn't play it all the time with friends, though, because we usually played private match. We just fool around, like I said earlier. But, you know, survival mode is just that game mode they just threw in there to make it feel more like a complete package. And, and it was good. Survival mode was good. I'm not saying it was bad or anything. I mean, I liked it. A lot of people thought that it was just malarkey. Like they thought it was just a bunch of nonsense. But a lot of people are hypocrites towards this game. But I mean, I kind of understand that because the multiplayer has a lot of problems. Like honestly, you thought Modern Warfare 2 had the most problems. Modern Warfare 3 has even more problems. But Infinity Ward, their next Call of Duty game, if they make one, they better get it right. They better have a balanced multiplayer and stuff. Like I'm not trying to look for a Modern Warfare 3 Part 2 experience or anything like that. So overall, this game, I gave it like a 8.89 out of 10. 8.8, 8.9. It was really fun, Call of Duty. I don't think I'll ever go back to this game, though, when Black Ops 2 comes out. Because I was watching a Chris Move video, and he proved a really good point. He's all like, he said, I wonder when Black Ops 2 comes out. You know, is anyone even going to be playing Modern Warfare 3? Like, who's going to say, like, oh, I want to go back to Modern Warfare 3 because of this so-and-so? And, like, that's so true. Like, what would you want to come back to Modern Warfare 3 for? I mean, I think there's still going to be a small amount of people playing it, but I don't think I'm ever going to go back to it myself. It's going to get hacked, too, anyway, by the time I'm gone. This game's prime is about to be over. I am ready for Black Ops 2. I'm so pumped and hyped for that game. Black Ops 2 Tuesday. Be expecting the hurricane still going of videos. And just be ready. I'm really ready for that game. It looks much better than Modern Warfare 3. I'm not a generic Call of Duty guy who says, oh, this is going to be the best. Then the game comes out 2 months later, I'm going to be complaining about it. I'm not going to do that. I never do that, honestly. I don't like the only games I know is I notice the problems in all Call of Duties, but they're not too much of a problem to me. I just notice them and I like to talk about it. So, sorry for being sick. Sorry that sounded sloppy or anything. I know this commentary sounded a little bit sloppy, but yeah, guys, I'm going to have another video tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, guys, see you guys later.